Yeah, so I want to go straight to the point. This video, I believe, is going to be a blessing. And if only you are going to follow what I'm saying, it's going to open your eyes. Okay. These are research I've done a little, and I'm just sharing with you how to use one car to work and buy multiple cars. Many people have cars and they are thinking of how they can buy multiple cars. Maybe you just have one car and you are trying to buy, or you are driving somebody's car and you are trying to see how best you can buy multiple, or you can buy your own car and then buy multiple cars. This video is for such people, somebody who wants to own multiple. So, and this principle apply to different businesses, okay? Different businesses, different things. So let's go straight into it. The first thing I want you to know is that we are going to do that basically using loans. Okay, so I'm going to explain the whole thing using loans. And one thing you have to appreciate is that you have to know bank's requirement for loans, and you have to also have an idea of how much you need to be able to buy your next car, or what do you want to do. Maybe I want to buy 2 cars at a go, I want to buy 3 cars at a go. How much will it cost, and how much will a bank be expecting you to have before they can grant you um such loan, such an amount you are looking for. Banks always look out for cash flow, how you are receiving money and all that. So we are going to look at that to be able to determine what we want to do. So I wrote and said that no bank's requirement for giving loans. Find out from at least 6 banks and 6 savings and loans. Okay. By the time you do that, you'll be able to find out their requirement. Find out their requirement. Most banks give loans to private employees and government employees and business owners. These are the 3 key areas that banks give loan to. Either you are an employee in a private company, or you are an employee in the government sector, or you are a business owner, a registered business owner. A registered business, not just you have any business, but the business is registered. So how do you meet this requirement? So let's go on and see what you have to do. The first thing you have to do is to register a company. Company registration is not difficult. Whether you went to school, you didn't go to school that much, or you have an idea or you don't have an idea. No. I'm using the case of Ghana. So because I'm a Ghanaian, all you have to do, there are so many people that register even companies for you. You just have to pay and they'll register, they'll do everything, they'll take your details and register a company. So the company, you're going to register a transportation and maybe delivery service company. You can add other services. Just ask them, they'll show you. You register all that. The details they will need is basically your Ghana card and a capital of maybe 500 cedis or 1,000 cedis, some small capital. Okay, then you register a company. I didn't say a sole proprietorship, I said a company. Register a company itself. So you can register a company. Now, it's not difficult. So like I said, these are things you can easily get somebody even to help you register the company. Then after you register the company, you have to open an account for the company. Okay, specifically an account, because the company, you are going to be the sole signatory to the company of the account. So when you open the account, you'll be the one to sign and to remove money from the account or any other thing. So you open an account and you also register a mobile money SIM specifically for the company. So you take your company certificate, you go to the mobile money MTN office or Telecel office. You go, MTN is everywhere, so you just get MTN and then you register. Okay, you register your service, then you register your mobile money register a SIM and ask them to activate mobile money for you. So that SIM is specifically to work. Whilst you work, all the monies that you receive go into that SIM. If somebody wants to pay you via Momo, they pay you to that SIM. You don't give them your personal SIM, so that you can separate personal life from the business or the work you are doing. Okay. Then after you do that, one thing is that you don't have to also joke with Momo transactions. For example, I'm talking about expenses you make. Maybe you were driving along the line, you had a small challenge with your car, you took it to mechanic and they fixed it, and you took money from the Momo account to pay. The money you are taking from the Momo account, there must be a description. Maybe you pay somebody with Momo, you have to give proper description to the account, so that you will know that you paid because of this. Money is going from the account because of. So descriptions where you put the reference, Momo reference, is very important, so that you know the kind of payment you did. All the money that you receive are basically monies that will come from your car business, whether you are riding Uber or taxi, or you are doing long trips or whatever it is. All the money that will come through those ones, once somebody sends you money, you know that that money is coming straight to the SIM. So it's basically an income from the car. If the person pays you cash, at the end of the day, you deposit the money into the account. You also can connect, okay, you can connect the mobile money, okay, the company mobile money to the bank account, so that you transfer money from it. And one thing is that before you expend any money, before you spend any money, let the money go to the bank first. So maybe you have money on your Momo account, maybe at the end of the day you've worked, you've gotten some money, send the money let the account receive the money, bank account receive the money, because you are building your account. So let the money go through the bank account and then pay either using the bank account, or today we can pay using bank account. Send the person money through bank account with Momo, okay, through Momo. Or if the person wants cash, you send it back to your Momo and withdraw. They look like, oh, you'll be deducted small, but it's for your good. You have an agenda you want to accomplish, and that agenda is what we are talking about. You want to have multiple cars, and you want to be able to also acquire certain kind of loans to be. So no income should come into your hands and it has never gone to the bank and you spend it. It must not happen. So any money that comes into your hands, so maybe you work today, all the money you get, before you spend even any amount of money, maybe apart from maybe something you take for food, anything, the rest of the money must straight away go to the bank and spend from the bank, so that you know how it is. Okay. Now the next one, the step 3, okay, all your sales and expenses of the car must pass through the company bank account. Like I said, this is the step 3. All money must go to the bank account before they are expensed. Connect your bank account to the Momo, then you can deposit and withdraw through that. So all money must go. That is the step 3. I've already explained it. Then step 4, keep track of all expenses and income. So maybe the whole day you work, after that you have to know all the income that came in, all the expenses. You have to record them in your book. Maybe you have a book, or you can use an app. So many accounting apps. Don't forget it's a company, so you don't need any sophisticated thing. All you need to, either you have to record them in a book, or you have to what, if you know how to use accounting, this simple accounting apps, you can use that and record all of them. If you are driving Uber, okay, if you are driving Uber or Bolt or any of these ride hailing businesses, at the end of the day, you can go back and know all the transactions or all the rides you've done, and then calculate and add them. And you know that maybe you receive this amount, and you can then deduct all the minor expenses like food that or water you bought, and then you'll be able to know your total income for the day. So it is very simple. Okay, I've done a typical example of how I'm able to calculate my sales, okay, for the day. Then the 5th one is where the trick is. So now you have opened a bank account, a Momo account for your company. You have the you have the company registered and you use the certificate to open an account. Now you come to step 5. Step 5 is where the trick is. Now it's a company, it's for you. You are also the car owner, okay? Or these are two signs. You are not the car owner, but you are the one driving the car. So basically, the company there, you have registered it in your name. So basically, the company is for you, but the car may be for you or not. So that is not the problem. But the company is for you. Do you understand? So you are operating in that light. So if the company is for you, okay, and the car is for you, this is what you do. If you have a brother, a blood brother or a blood sister you can trust, or somebody you can trust, you can then decide to make the person the employee. Okay, so you employ the person, you can write a letter or whatever it is, sign, give to the person that you have employed the person. Okay, so the person has a bank account and everything. So the person works for you. These are things we do. So the idea is that you want to pay yourself, but one, don't pay yourself daily like the way every driver does. No, you have to operate with a mindset. Okay, so don't pay yourself daily, pay yourself monthly. Though you know you can have access to the money, but you have to be disciplined. So now maybe every day you make like 800 cedis a day, 400 cedis, 500, depending on the day and how it went. All those monies must go to the bank. Okay, so the moment you say you are starting, you have to decide that, okay, from this month I'm not going to pay myself that I'm going to pay. So even if you need money, you have to borrow from a friend, and at the end of the month, when you take your salary, you pay the person. That is the idea. It's because you are doing that so that you can have a pay slip. So now all the money goes to the bank. You don't pay yourself daily, you pay yourself monthly. Okay, so you pay yourself monthly using a pay slip. Know the amount you are looking forward to qualify for a loan and pay yourself accordingly. So it's not like you just want to pay yourself. Okay, so maybe at the end of the month you calculated and you had maybe 10,000 cedis as your profit, or 5,000 cedis as your profit in the account, in your bank account. You can see that the remaining money you have is 10,000 cedis or 5,000 cedis or 3,000 cedis or 2,000 cedis. You have to pay yourself out of it. So this also informs how you work. So if you want to pay yourself higher, you work higher so that you can pay yourself well. So let's say you are paying yourself, let's say 4,000 cedis every month. Okay, so at the end of the month, you if you don't know how to do pay slip and stuff, please just ask somebody. Those in the corporate field, they will show you. You prepare one, you use it to pay yourself. You pay the person that you are using as an employee. So the person's bank account, you must explain to the person that you are going to use the person to take a loan to do the next thing you want to do. So though you are paying the person, but the money doesn't go to the person. That's why it must be somebody close to you who understands these things. So the person even can open an account basically to handle those things. So you pay and then the money comes back to you. Do you understand? Yes. So that is how it is. So it reflects, the money reflects, and then you have pay slips to prove, and you also have a bank statement to prove, and you also have an evidence of appointment letter to also prove. If a bank requires a provide an appointment letter, or the person who is going for the loan you are using to take the loan should provide an appointment letter, you have already given the person an appointment letter. You can take that one. Provide any bank statement, you can also provide that one, because the person can provide a bank statement based on the money that the person receives. Okay, then you can also provide a guarantee, because you yourself, you are the company owner, so you can stand in and guarantee for the person. You can stand in and guarantee for the person though you are the same person guaranteeing for yourself, but now you can now stand in and guarantee for the person. Okay, so I wrote that the trick is use your wife or brother as employee and pay to him or her, then use her for the loan. Because if you are the owner, it's either you are using your business to take a loan, or you are using an employee is taking a loan. Okay, so most businesses, they take the loan based on their business, for which you can also do that. Okay, but I'm looking at it in a different light, because most people, that is how it is. So once you have the company, you can use the company to take a loan. Okay, or you can use this trick I'm showing also to take a loan. So you have two options to take the loan. You can go to a different bank with your company details to take a loan, and you can also use the employee to take a loan. So I don't know, you can take two loans. That is what it means. Okay, and then step 3, you have to also, the company must also have money in the account. Okay, so at least you have to save some money in the account every month. It's not like you are taking all the money to pay yourself. No, you have to assume that maybe the company is not for you, and then if it was for somebody, how much would the person pay you, looking at the profit that has come out, and how much would the person want to keep. So the same way, you have to be more objective to yourself, and not to decide to because it's you want to use the money anyhow. No, the company also must have money, so that in the case where you want to use the company to take a loan, you can easily use it, because the company has money that reflects in the account. It's not like all money goes in and all money comes out. It must not be so. So at least some money is left in every month. Okay, so if maybe at the end of the month you made 3,000, or you made 5,000, you take maybe 3,500, you leave 1,500 in it, or you leave 1,000 in it, 500 to maybe maintain the car or whatever it is. Because car maintenance will come in. So all those things play a role. Okay, so you must not eat all the car expenses or eat the company expenses so that the company balance is zero. No, there must be a savings level where every month maybe you are saving 500 cedis. So even if you are going to withdraw from the account, you know that if it is your third month, there must be maybe 1,500 in the account, because you have saved 3 months. So 1,500 must be. So you cannot withdraw more than 1,500. That is the seal. Okay, you, or the level you can go in terms of withdrawal. Those are personal disciplines you must have for yourself. Okay, so that you can have you can either use the employee to take a loan, and you can also use the company to take a loan, and you will not struggle. So step 7, you must also save from your salary for 6 months. Like I said, though you are paying the person, you must also save in the salary, because if you are using the employee to take a loan, at least some money must be in it. So maybe you took 3,000 as a salary, you must have a constant salary you are taking, maybe 3,000 or 3,500 as a salary. Then maybe you leave 500 in it as your savings. So you take the 3,000 and spend how, because if you were to work for somebody, the person was paying you 3,000, you wouldn't spend all of them. You want to save, and you want to spend the little money you have. So you have to also apply the same discipline, because you want to multiply your wealth, then come to a level where it won't be difficult again to spend, and you will still have money. So now you must also save from the salary for 6 months or more. Okay, I just wrote 6 months, but 6 months or more. Then how much you want to save depends on you. Okay, that one you are paying yourself. So that how much you want to save depends on you. Yes, but you have interest that you want to use that account also to take a loan. Okay, though the account is not yours, but you know the money is for you, because it's maybe your brother is taking the money for you, your sister is taking the money for you. It's just a way of saying you have employed the person. Maybe you employ the person as a customer service. Yes, but the person is not a customer service. Then one thing, I'm coming closer to the video. Don't rush the process. Be patient, because if you want to build something that can influence, you have to be patient. The banking systems are very simple, but when you try to rush, so all these processes I'm sharing with you, these are things that when you do, you can easily get access into the banks and get loans at very affordable rate and stuff, and use and make more money and come and pay them, and you don't struggle. Then step 9, once you now spend maybe 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, depending on how much you can see, and then you can then apply for the loan to buy the car. So the amount of money you have can determine how much they are willing to give you. So all these things can play a role. So that's why the first point talks about what? Getting to understand the banks, their requirement. Okay, understand the banks, their requirement. How much do they consider before they give certain amount of money as loans? You understand all these things. They guide you in doing all or putting all these steps in place, and after about 6 7 months or 1 year, you can easily hit the nail and then start the process. And once you get the first car, second car, you realize that it becomes easier buying more and more, because now you have a financial base from the banks to implement and do anything. One thing is that you just have to make sure that you are not buying a wrong car. You have to buy a car with a good engine, good body, and everything. Thank you for watching the video. If you like this knowledge, kindly share and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.